I'm not coming back. I've met someone better and already moved your things to storage.
My name is Leonard Kesler, 54 years old, staring at my phone in the kitchen of our Des Moines condo at 11:42 p.m. on a Thursday. Dana, my wife, was supposed to be on day 4 of a girls' trip to Palm Springs.
But then, a text. A screenshot of a bank transfer. $118,000, drained from our joint savings to her personal account.
Welcome to Jake's Revenge, where we uncover shocking stories of betrayal and retribution.
Can you imagine your entire life flipped upside down by a single message?
Stay with us to see how Leonard turns the tables. I set my phone down, finished my coffee.
15 years of marriage, gone in 2 sentences and a screenshot. 4 months, there were signs.
Weekend getaways that stretched longer, new clothes she never wore around me, phone calls that stopped when I entered the room.
I noticed it all. I'm a forensic accountant. Noticing discrepancies is my job. But I said nothing. Was that my first mistake? Or was it marrying someone who thought my career was just boring numbers? Here's the twist, Jake's Revenge fans. Dana had no idea about the secret accounts I'd been guarding for years. What happens when her plan backfires? Keep watching. I opened my laptop, checked an email account Dana didn't know existed. 3 notifications from my bank security system.
Someone tried changing passwords on accounts she'd never seen. She was thorough, I'll give her that.
I typed 2 words in response, good luck.
Then I called my brother, Jason.
Remember that contingency plan we discussed 5 years ago? I said. It's time.
Are you sure? He asked.
Yes, I replied. She just made her move.
I hung up, glanced at the wedding photo on the wall, the only picture in the condo with both of us in it.
I should have noticed that, too. I met Dana Bowman at a University of Iowa alumni event.
I was 38, recently divorced, building my forensic accounting practice. Dana was 34, vibrant, ambitious, and completely uninterested in my work. I don't need the details, she'd say.
As long as you make enough for us to live well. We married after a year.
I funded her yoga studio, bought a bigger house, luxury cars, expensive vacations.
My father warned me once, hammer in hand, fixing his deck. Son, your wife spends a lot of your money. Make sure she values what you do to earn it.
I brushed him off, but it stuck. 6 years into our marriage, I began quietly restructuring my assets.
Nothing illegal, just protective. LLCs, trusts, crypto, offshore accounts for international clients. Dana knew only about our joint checking and savings.
Her Instagram followers grew, her wellness community trips stretched from weekends to full weeks. You wouldn't enjoy it, she'd say.
It's all yoga talk and juice cleanses. Last Christmas, she forgot my birthday.
She bought me an expensive watch the next day, said she was busy with the studio expansion.
That night, I finalized my contingency plan. The signs were there. I just didn't want to see them. The morning after her text, I made coffee, same as always. Habits die hard, even when your world collapses.
I logged into my custom financial management system, activated the contingency protocol Jason and I designed. Froze all joint accounts and credit cards, triggered a fraud alert on the $118,000 transfer using banking contacts to expedite it. I sent documentation proving financial misconduct to my attorney, instructions to file for divorce immediately.
Then I called my mother. Dana's left me, I said. Took the money, moved my things out while on vacation. She was quiet.
I'm sorry, Leonard, she said.
But I can't say I'm surprised. What are you going to do? Protect what's mine, I replied. An hour later, Dana called. I declined. 10 more calls, then a text, what the hell did you do?
The money's gone, my cards don't work.
I didn't respond.
I drove to the storage facility, used her code, retrieved 2 boxes of clothes and my laptop.
Family photos, books, my father's mementos gone.
Something hardened in me.
This wasn't just about money.
It was about 15 years discarded without a thought. It was about someone trying to erase me from my own life.
Jake's Revenge viewers, this is where it gets intense.
Leonard's about to uncover a web of deception that'll shock you. Stick with us. At a coffee shop, I opened my laptop, used financial databases only licensed investigators access. I pulled everything on Trey Harmon, the fitness influencer Dana tagged for months, her someone better.
Confirmed my suspicions. Trey's gym business was leveraged to the hilt, 3 maxed out business credit cards, a lease he couldn't afford, a car loan Dana co-signed 2 months earlier. I drove to a hotel, focused, no longer angry. Monday morning, I walked into my office like nothing happened. My assistant, Valerie, was surprised. Leonard, I thought you'd take time off. Dana called 3 times. Did she? I said. She sounded upset, said there's a misunderstanding with your accounts. I nodded. Tell her to contact my attorney.
By noon, Dana appeared in person, designer sunglasses pushed back, yoga clothes coordinated, smiling like she always did when she wanted something.
Leonard, huge misunderstanding with the bank, she said loudly. All our accounts are frozen. Not a misunderstanding, I said quietly. You transferred money without authorization. The bank flagged it as fraud.
Her smile faltered. It was our joint account.
I'm your wife.
You're my soon-to-be ex-wife who emptied our savings while moving out and finding someone new.
Textbook financial misconduct.
Her voice dropped to a hiss.
You cannot do this to me.
I've put deposits on a new place, made commitments to Trey Harmon.
Yes, I know about those commitments, I said.
Her face went white.
You're investigating me? Just protecting myself from fraud.
I'll fight this, she snapped.
I deserve half of everything. I looked at her evenly. Half of those accounts? Sure. But you think that's all there is?
She blinked, confused.
What are you talking about? You'll find out in discovery, I said, walking back to my office. That afternoon, Dana's attorney emailed, demanding access to all financial records, threatening to expose irregularities in my practice.
Amateur move, no substance. I forwarded it to my attorney, proceed as planned. By evening, mutual friends texted, calling me vindictive, controlling.
No one asked where Dana had been or about the money she took. I didn't respond.
Instead, I went to the community gym, lifted weights until my arms shook, then back to my hotel.
The trap was closing, but not on me. 3 days later, my attorney called. Dana's been siphoning money from your joint account for over a year.
Small transfers, then larger ones, to her savings and Trey Harmon's business LLC. Almost $80,000 total, using joint funds. I wasn't surprised, but it still hit like a punch.
Dana hadn't just left, she'd been planning it, funding her exit in Trey's business with my money. That night, a text from an unknown number, back off. Dana deserves better. Don't make this uglier.
Trey Harmon, getting involved directly.
Interesting.
Next morning, I met my brother, Jason, who works in digital security.
I need everything on Harmon Fitness LLC, I said.
Bank records, loans, credit applications, everything. Legal channels only, right? He asked.
Of course, I replied. 3 hours later, we had it.
Trey was underwater, risky loans, Dana's investments funding equipment, expansion, events. But there was more.
Look at this, Jason said.
Harmon applied for a $175,000 equipment loan 4 months ago, Dana co-signed, specifying joint responsibility with her spouse.
I stared.
She'd put my assets on the hook without my knowledge. 3 credit cards, a car lease, a new commercial space rental, all co-signed by Dana, leveraging our marital assets.
She has no idea what she's done, I said. Neither does he. I met my attorney, laid out everything. I want to move quickly, I said. She nodded. We'll file for emergency asset protection today. The loan fraud alone freezes everything until the divorce is settled. That afternoon, I drove to Harmon Fitness. Sleek, modern, motivational quotes on walls, Trey's face at the entrance. He spotted me, walked over, hand extended, smile calibrated. "You must be Leonard," he said. "Dana's mentioned you."
"I'm sure she has," I replied, not taking his hand.
"We need to talk privately." In his glass-walled office, I placed a folder on his desk. Every financial document connecting you to Dana.
Loans, credit cards, leases, co-signed using our marital assets.
He flipped through, cautious. "I don't understand." "Simple. Dana used our marriage to back your loans. Now we're divorcing, those guarantees are invalid."
His face drained. "These are legitimate business arrangements."
"Maybe, but banks approved them based on our combined assets. Assets she no longer has access to." "Dana said you were wealthy," he said, voice hardening. "Money's not an issue for you."
"Money's never been the issue," I replied.
"Trust was." I paused at the door. "One more thing. When Dana moved out, she took family photos, my father's watch, things money can't replace." He stared. "I'll see what I can do." I left. Next day, a courier delivered a box to my hotel, photos, my father's watch, personal items. No note. That afternoon, my attorney confirmed emergency asset protection was granted. All shared assets frozen until the divorce finalized.
Dana tried accessing the frozen account 17 times in 24 hours, attempted a new credit line using our home as collateral.
Denied. She called, voice shaking. "What have you done?"
"The bank called in Trey's loans.
They're seizing the equipment tomorrow." "That's unfortunate," I said calmly.
"This is vindictive, Leonard. You're destroying him to get back at me."
"I'm not doing anything to him. I'm protecting myself from fraud."
"You used our marriage to secure his loans without my consent."
"That's illegal."
"We can work this out," she said, softening.
"Come home, we'll talk." "There's nothing to work out," I replied. "The divorce will proceed.
The fraud investigation continues.
Trey will learn about due diligence." I ended the call, blocked her number. That night, I slept better than I had in months.
3 weeks later, at court-ordered mediation, Dana looked tired, her designer outfit and makeup hiding the strain.
Her attorney spoke. "My client is willing to be reasonable about asset division despite aggressive tactics." My attorney smiled. "That's good, because there's a development." She slid a document across. The bank completed its fraud investigation. Dana forged Leonard's signature on multiple loan documents, using marital assets without his knowledge. Dana's attorney paled. "We'll need time to review." "Of course," my attorney said. "But the bank has referred this to the district attorney."
"This meeting is a courtesy before criminal charges."
Dana stared, eyes wide. "Criminal charges, Leonard? You can't be serious." "I didn't file them," I said. "The bank did. That's what happens with loan fraud."
Her attorney whispered, she shook her head. "If Ms. Bowman signs our settlement today," my attorney continued, "Leonard will provide a statement to mitigate criminal implications, won't press charges for theft or unauthorized transfer."
Dana's world collapsed. She'd expected anger, jealousy, not consequences. "The settlement is generous," I said.
"You keep your yoga studio, your car, personal belongings."
"No alimony, you assumed the debts you incurred in my name."
"And Trey?" she asked, voice barely audible.
"His financial issues are his problem," my attorney said. "The bank has begun repossession." Dana signed without argument. As we left, she caught my arm. "I never thought you'd fight back like this. You always went along with everything." "That was my choice," I replied. "Just like this was yours." I walked away. A month later, I moved into a small craftsman house near downtown Des Moines. Nothing fancy, just good bones, a project to keep me busy. Dana moved to Colorado, her Instagram full of mountain views, quotes about new beginnings.
Trey's gym was sold to a national chain. He relocated to Miami to expand his brand.
Neither mentioned what happened. People rarely advertise failures. Jake's Revenge brings you stories of justice served cold. Did Leonard's calculated moves surprise you? Hit that subscribe button for more.
My brother Jason helped install kitchen cabinets one Saturday. Heard from Dana, he asked.
No, I said. Don't expect to.
You could have taken her for everything, he said.
Fraud charges would have insured it. I shrugged. What's the point? She's no longer my problem. We worked in silence, the rhythm of measuring, cutting, mounting, meditative. I'm thinking of taking time off, I said. Drive to Minnesota, fish at the cabin. Dad would like that, Jason replied. You haven't been there since he passed. That evening, on my back porch with bourbon, the neighborhood was quiet, real, different from the upscale community Dana wanted. I thought about the last 15 years, how I'd let someone define my life, my worth. I'd noticed the signs but ignored them. Yet, I was prepared because I always knew this day would come. I didn't feel victorious or vindicated. I just felt free. The next morning, I told my office I'd take 2 weeks off, packed my truck, locked the house, and headed north. No itinerary, no expectations, just the open road. For the first time in years, no invisible ledger of resentments to balance. Thanks for joining us on Jake's Revenge. If Leonard's story of reclaiming his life hit home, like, share, and subscribe for more tales of turning the tables.